Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael and I'm here to teach you how to teach yourself how to play the guitar. In today's session we're going to look at bar chords and how you can use the bar chords to utilise more of the neck. The interesting thing about the guitar and standard tuning is that you can use the shapes that you already learnt from the major and the minor chords that we looked at before, and you can transpose them onto the guitar neck. Some are easier than others, but for example, you know these chords: A, B, C, D, E, F and G. They're the major chords. If you take the shape of A and use your middle, ring and pinky finger to form the A chord, and then you just slide it up a little bit to the next fret, put your index finger across the first fret, you've got A sharp, move it up one more, got B, there's no sharp between B and C, so we go up one more, C sharp, D. You'll notice when you get to this point that your fingers are getting a little bit bunched up. So the easy way to get around that is just take your fingers off, bar on the 5th fret, then use your ring finger or this finger, whichever one's convenient for you, and bar down those 3 notes on the 7th fret. And leave this one ring at the bottom. So there's your D chord. Move it up another fret, D sharp, one more, E, no sharp between E and F, so we got to F, F sharp, G, G sharp, back to the A. Listen to the note. So that's all the bar chords in the A shape. Now if you remember the E major shape, we do it like this. Same thing again. Use your middle, ring and pinky finger to hold down the strings to get your E. Slide the whole thing up 1 fret. There's no sharp between E and F, so there's F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, no sharp between B and C, there's your C, C sharp, D, D sharp, back to the E. And from the 12th fret it just repeats again. But as you can see, when you get to this position it gets kind of tight. Now a little bit of music theory for you, just tiny bit. How are chords made? They're made from basically a collection of notes. Here's the A chord. What notes are in the A chord? Let's have a look. So we're playing the D string, the G string and the B string. So we're playing the 2nd fret, so it's D, D sharp, E, that's one note in the chord, G string, so G, G sharp, A, so we've got E and A. We're playing a B string, there's no sharps between B and C, so we've got C and then C sharp. So we've got in our chord E, A and C sharp. That gives you an A chord, A major. Okay? The major chords and the minor chords are made up with 3 notes. like this one, E, A and C sharp. But you don't need to know that. All you need to know is the shape of the chord. But now you know. So there's a little bit of music theory just chucked in there for you to have a look at. The thing about bar chords is you're trying to get your fingers to do things that they don't really want to do. Like, for example, if you try to bar a C chord, because the C, same as the rest of them, will work all the way down here. See that? But that's quite difficult to do for a beginner. That's quite a stretch. But it works. Same principle. So we're starting off on C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, no sharp between E and F. So there's an F. And if you want to test if it's an F, just check it here. Exactly the same, see? Or even here. That's the interesting thing about the guitar and standard tuning, is that you can use those 7 shapes that you already know. By adding your index finger in a bar, you can use the whole fretboard. Okay, so now you know, just by looking at what I've showed you, there's an A here, there's an A here, and there's one here. So you might be thinking, well, okay, what's the use of that? Well, for one thing, it gives you much more scope in what you can do. So if you're playing a little song, and you want to play a little lead, you can just go here and you know you're going to get the notes you need. Okay, so you've got the A chord here, the A chord here, you've got the A chord there. And then you want to play a little riff, a little lead over the top of it, so you can just go straight to here. You know exactly where the notes are now. Just fiddle around with it. But the point is that now you know where you can find notes that will sympathise with whatever you're playing. It does open up the fretboard. Just try the 7 shapes you've got. You've got the A, you've got the B, C, D, E, F and G. Try barring those chords and you'll find that some of them are really hard to do. So don't do them. Do the ones that work, that you can do. And you are trying to get your fingers to do something that's kind of unnatural, because like these shapes are very strange, right? These shapes are very peculiar. And a lot of people get freaked out by bar chords. They go, oh, it's too hard, it's too complicated. It's not complicated at all. As I showed you in literally a couple of minutes, just by using the first position shapes, you can get yourself right away along the fretboard just by barring. Now, what a lot of people don't realise is when you bar a chord, you don't have to hold it down indefinitely. You're only playing it for the length of time that you're playing it. For example, like something like this. You're only holding it down for the length of time that you're striking the strings. And plus the fact you don't hold it down like some, you're strangling a chicken. You hold it down with just enough pressure so the thing rings. And then you're coming off. You're lifting off in between the chords. So you don't grip onto it like, you know, you're falling off a cliff. Play it gently, just with enough pressure to get it to ring nicely. So that's the point. So bar chords scare a lot of people because they think, oh my, you know, I'm going to be aching. You're only going to be aching if you're pressing too hard or if you're playing too long. So just do what I said. Just do it like I suggested, and just play the chord. Release, release, and you'll be released. It's quite easy, really. I say that because I haven't played these for years, right? I haven't played bar chords for years, but they're easy to do, and you will get tired because there's a lot of work going on there. You've got a lot of effort going in, but you know, that's normal. That's practice. You know, you don't get anything without effort, and so just go for it and have some fun, and try doing a little few leads. And as your fingers get tight in the fret, just switch to this. See that? You don't have to play these bar chords all of the time, but knowing where they are will give you a bit more confidence on the neck, so you can play around a little bit more, which is handy. A big thank you to all my subscribers. I asked you last week to subscribe and that kind of thing, and I got 7 subscribers in one day, which was like astonishing, but brilliant. So thank you very much, and please do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.